Hey everyone! So yesterday I went down to the Pasadena Convention Center to attend PHAMExpo, which is the professional hair and makeup exposition. And it's pretty much like IMATS dialed down to about a 4. Still kind of the same concept where there are a lot of exhibitors, there are seminars and speakers, and a whole lot of shopping. One of the main perks to going to these types of expos is, and anyone can buy a ticket, you're getting a really big discount on a lot of brands. So there were a lot of high-end brands there like Too Faced, Bobbi Brown, Lorac, CoverFX, and they were all 40% off. And then other booths had like their own discounts going on. So that's like the main draw to these kinds of events. So normal people and professional makeup artists like to go and stock up on everything they need for a super discounted price. It does cost money to buy a ticket to these events, just like any other like IMATS or the makeup show. There was actually a Groupon though for PHAMExpo, and I think it was like $30 for both days. So there are a lot of ways to get in. Also student discounts where you don't have to pay full price, so it's not like you're spending money to spend more money. But anyway, I did get to take home a lot of stuff, and I wanted to share with you my PHAMExpo haul. So some of this stuff was press samples, but most of it I actually bought myself. So let's just delve in. By the way, if you hear like gunshots or something, Adam's watching Breaking Bad in the other room, so don't worry, I'm not like in danger. Okay, so one of my favorite purchases of the day, which I'm so like insanely surprised at how great of a deal I got, were the Too Faced Melted Liquid Lipsticks. At first I didn't even know that these high-end brands were gonna have such a great pro discount, and these were 40% off, so they were $12.50 each. Whoa, they were $12.50 each, and when I found that out, I was like, I cannot pass that up, because even like Black Friday, you don't get that great of a deal. I got the colors Melted Fig and Melted Ruby, and this is kind of like a mauve-y purple, which is gonna be great for fall. And then I just wanted like a really staple red color. I have a lot of different shades that range from like orange red to deep red, and this is just one of those classic reds. So these actually segue into my next purchase. This booth didn't have a specific brand, it was just like a beauty supply center that had a booth, so they had a bunch of different brands, and one of them was LA Girl, which is a pretty well-known, very affordable brand. So one of their new release displays for LA Girl included these. Now, what do these look like? They had like, I think 6 colors in these glazed lip paints by LA Girl, and as soon as I saw them I was like, wait a second, these look exactly like Melted. So I ended up picking up 2 very similar colors to the Melteds that I bought, because I was thinking, well, if they end up being a good dupe, then I can do like a dupe video or a dupe post. So I got, this is in Blushing and this is in Pinup, and again it's like a purple mauve and a classic red. So I'm really excited to see how these compare. I did do swatches on my hand of both products at different times though in the day, and it seemed like these might be a little bit more glossy, but I will do a post or a video on the comparisons, because if this ends up being a good dupe of them, these originally are like $3.50 or something, when the Melteds originally are about 20 or 22. So who knows, maybe I just discovered an awesome dupe. Also from LA Girl, I picked up one of their cult favorites that I have read about time and time again, and this is the Pro Conceal Concealer. And I've actually had professional makeup artists use this on me, and I'm always really surprised at how well it works. And it is a thicker concealer, full coverage, and I think it's only about $2, and I think I got mine for like $1.50 or something with the discount. And so I picked mine up in Pure Beige 976, and it's a pretty good color match for me. It's a tiny bit warm, but it is the closest from their range, and I only picked up one just to make sure that my skin got along with it, but hopefully it works out well for me. I am actually wearing it right now, and I think it did a really good job at covering up my problem areas, because I actually have a lot right now. My skin's just looking bad, but I don't think you can tell very much, and I think that's because of this. Okay, one of the booths that had the longest line was Makeup Geek, and I was really excited to visit Makeup Geek's booth. I have one pigment from Makeup Geek already, but I really wanted to try some of their other products. Now, what was disappointing was they seemed to be the only booth that wasn't having a show discount, and they kind of like made it seem like they were having a discount because they had a sign that said Fame prices, but then everything was rounded up a cent from their website. So like the eyeshadow singles are $5.99 on their website, and it said Fame price $6. So that was kind of disappointing. I still ended up buying stuff, but certainly not as much as I would have had there been a discount, because it just kind of made me sad. Like, you know, the high-end brands had a discount, and even some indie, really small brands that I'd never heard of had discounts, even if it was like $1 or something. So it was just a little bit sad, but I still ended up getting 3 things. I ended up getting 2 eyeshadow pans. One is in Drama Queen, which is a very sparkly, deep plum purple color, and then I got Glamorous, which is this peachy beige that had a really nice sheen when I swatched it. These also looked like the most opaque eyeshadows from when I was swatching them, because I was just kind of like picking out which shadows really appealed to me, and these were the 2 that seemed the most pigmented. So these were the ones I picked up. And then I also picked up a loose pigment, and this is in Kryptonite, which I just thought was such a beautiful, beautiful color. And it's this green with golden sheen to it. Like I said, I do have one of their pigments already. I have one in New Year's Eve. And the thing is, I don't actually use it that much just because it's very, very messy. These don't have a sifter in them, so you just open it up and it's like the pot of pigment, and they just kind of like get everywhere. And I needed to get this because it was so gorgeous, this color, but I'm hoping that I can get more use out of it than I do with my other one. The next 2 items are for the nails, and it was from the China Glaze booth, which had really, really good bundle prices, like 2 for $5, 5 for $20 kind of things. So I got 2 treatments for nails. One is the orange cuticle oil and the calcium gel fortifier. I bit my nails for 13 years, from like age 3 to 16, yeah. And my nails are still very, very brittle and weak because of it, even though it's been so long. It's been 5 years since I stopped. And then when I stopped biting my nails, the habit actually kind of transferred over into picking my cuticles. So a lot of the times, even if my nails look okay, my cuticles look bad. And that's why, if you follow my blog, the nail swatches are far apart, because I always have to wait until my nails and cuticles look good at the same time, which is not very often. And then I like try to swatch as much as I can. I'm so sick of my nails breaking and just feeling thin and bad. And cuticle oil, hopefully that's not gonna help me like stop picking at my cuticles, but at least it will help heal them, and then maybe if they end up looking good, I'll be like, no, I can't pick them. The next thing I took home is a skincare product, and I've been hearing a lot about this type of cleansing method, and so I was just like, I need to check it out. And this is the Cognac Sponge, and it is a charcoal version that is specific for acne prone skin. And I actually already opened it, because when I got home, which it kind of threw me off, was that I could see moisture inside the bag, and there were like little water droplets. So I opened it up so it could air out, because that was concerning me. I'm like, I don't want a damp sponge like festering in a bag. The sponge itself is supposed to exfoliate, but gently, so that you're not irritating your skin, and also remove dirt and blackheads and stuff. So I'm really excited. You can use it just with water or with cleanser. I'll probably use it with cleanser because I have like acne treatment cleanser. And I'm excited to see how this works for me, but it was kind of weird that it was like wet inside the bag. And then they told me it was made out of potatoes or something. The next little goodie bag that I took home was from J-Cat, and this is a brand that has been featured in Ipsy, but I had never heard of it before. They're still pretty new. So they let me take home a couple of their new items, and 2 that really caught my eye. Well, it's 1 item but 2 colors, and these are the Wonder Lip Paints. Now, what do these look like? I'll give you a spoiler. OCC lip tars, right? They are actually a little bit bigger than my OCC lip tar. I already compared them. This has 0.33 of an ounce, and I think the lip tar has like 0.10. And I haven't swatched them yet, but they had like pictures and it looked so like glazy and opaque and beautiful. So I'm very, very curious to see how these hold up. They are cruelty free, and I think originally they were like $3. Last big like section of things is from City Color Cosmetics, which is a very affordable brand. They've also been featured in Ipsy, and I think they also said that they are in a few boutiques, mostly outside of the US, but inside the US they are available online. So they let me take home a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna share with you some things that like really caught my eye that I'm planning on reviewing soon. So one is this eyeshadow palette, and it's got a lot of bright, fun colors. In fact, let me just swatch maybe a couple for you because I'm very, very curious. So they're all shimmer shades, and they look pretty pigmented, a little bit powdery, but I'm going to do a full review of this hopefully soon because these are really fun colors that I think I can get use of while it's still summer. I have two of their Be Matte bronzers, and I'm obsessed with matte bronzer because it is so hard, for me at least, to find affordable matte bronzer because a lot of drugstore bronzer has shimmer in it, and I'm like, no, I want to contour with it. I do not want shimmer. So I have two of their matte bronzers. One's a little bit deeper. Then I also got one of their Be Matte blushes, and especially as we're gonna start transitioning into fall, I'm probably not gonna be using as sparkly blushes as I have been, which still isn't very sparkly. So yeah, matte face products are definitely my favorite. I also came home with their Be Matte lipsticks. I'm really liking that they have so many matte products. All of the booth workers were actually wearing them, and they looked really pretty, so I was really excited to go home with them. And they even have a few deeper neutral shades. You know, they've got bright ones, neutrals, so there's a really good range. So I also plan on reviewing these too. And then the last thing from City Color Cosmetics that I'll show you that I'll also probably be working into a lot of fun looks are these precision liners that are super glittery. They remind me of the Urban Decay ones. I forget what they're called. The like rock glam, I think they're called. Heavy metal liners. They remind me of those. So they are full ton of shimmer. There's purple, silver, pink, gold, and blue. I'm really excited to use these because I loved those heavy metal liners when I had them. I worked them into a lot of special event looks. That is everything that I got from PHAMExpo. I hope that you enjoyed this haul. If there's something specific that you really want to hear about more in depth and you want me to do a review about it, please let me know in the comments below so I can kind of put that up there with my priority list. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and join me on my social networks so we can chat. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!